Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troll.
(1973 to 1976). Welcome back, baseball fans. 1973-76 Carryover League. We got another interleague battle, and we got a kind of a historic interleague battle today, folks. No lie. We got the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles in an interleague game in the young season. So these kind of just pop up when you get the perfect crossing of the leagues in the right year and at the right time and so forth. And boy, first thing I'll do is let me go to the standings in their divisions presently. Baltimore is having the best of it early. They won their first series, beating the White Sox, so they're 3-1, okay, in first. And the Mets are also 3-1, but they trail a hot Atlanta team presently. But today, we're showing you game one. I've been recently showing the potential elimination games of a series. But I had to stop today. I'd be remiss if I didn't play game one and broadcast it for you, because we got a pitcher's matchup of the millennium here today, folks. We got Seaver Palmer today. My goodness, folks. Yep. For the Mets, Tom Seaver's 1973 Cy Young, 19-game winner, 2.08 ERA in 290 innings. Not to be overdone. We have Jim Palmer on the other slate. He actually refreshed his 1973 Cy Young card with his 1975 Cy Young card because it meant a 2-year contract extension and slightly better stats. 23 wins, a 2.09 ERA, in 323 innings. What more can you ask for, folks? Probably a briskly played game. So let's just get into this thing. We expect goose eggs galore. Tom Seaver, Jim Palmer, interleague game one in Baltimore. Let's get started. Leading off for the Mets is Wayne Garrett. 2-2 rolls a short. Clyde Mayshore, 63. Pitcher X. Palmer's an E27. So that is one part of the game that doesn't work this year for him. He gives up a single. Now number 3 hitter Tony Saleta, 65, flies to center. And Lee Lacy, 55, short X, but you got Belanger there. We got some shortstops play today, folks. We got a 1E14 and a 1E4 team. That's easy to remember. All right. Bottom half of one. It's Bobby Grich for the Orioles leading off. 35 is hit by the pitch. Maybe you should think of both these teams. Should think of cheating for base running, base stealing, any opportunity to sneak a run in. Otherwise, you might be futile attempting to hit your way in against these dudes. He's a base stealer. Number 2 batter is Bill Sharp, and he's going to hit and run. He rolls a hit and run single on a 5. Big break there for Baltimore. And you got runners in the corners and no one out, and it's Al Bunbury. 2-8. That's a 4A plus, and they're not holding Sharp. He's an E stealer, so that indeed is just a 4-6-3 double play. Runner does score. There's no RBI given. And sadly, there's 2 outs and nobody on the bases. 1-0 Baltimore. Ken Singleton, 47. Double 1 is 7 off the Seaver card. But it's fly ball the rest. There's a lot of that in the National League in 1973 when old Terrific Tom was out there. Top of 2, it's Rusty Staub. 58 pops the third. Terry Harmon, 46. Double 1 is a double 1. That's a nice little break. Make it count. You get a huge break like that. You get a runner at second with 1 out. John Milner strikes out. And the 2 outs is Bud Harrelson. 53 off Palmer is right X. Yep. It's the weak link. This is Singleton. He's a 4-5 in right field. And he cannot make the play, and the Mets get that run back. So a couple low percentage run scorers. Should be a scoreless game, but it's a 1-1 game. And Jerry Grody, 112, flies to left. Let's get started. Let's restart the game, right? Bottom of 2. It's Lime. 2-5's a ground ball to short. Paul Blair, 1-5. He rolls to third. Johnny Edwards, brought in as a free agent. 4-5 off of Seaver. The only blemish on this card is homers to lefties. 4-5. Homer, 1-7, double the rest. And Johnny Edwards with power. This is what teams will always try and find. A left-handed hitting catcher with power just to kind of steal a run that way. And John Edwards just did. Most of the time you can't find one good catcher, let alone trying to find two good catchers. And, yeah, he platoons with Earl Williams, and that's a home run. Mark Belanger, 410, center X. Center field, Clyde Mayshore is a 3E16, and that's going to be a double. Shaky defense early in this one. Brooks Robinson, bat ninth. That's good for Baltimore if Brooksy's bat ninth. That means he got a good offense. 6'10", third X. Brooks' counterpart at third base today is Wayne Garrett. He's reasonable now. He's a 317. Has been worse than that. But he commits an error as soon as I say something nice about him. There are runners on the corners with 2 outs. Can you make it hurt for Tom Seaver and the Mets? Here's Bobby Grich. 2-8. Let's look at a card. Bobby Grich. 1974. I think he was an all-star. He's a 1 second baseman. Also, he can play short at 19 home runs, 690 plate appearances. 2-8 is 111, single dot. And when we look at the board, this is getting kooky, folks. Another one. Mets got a double one. Orioles just got 111. 111 single, and that really hurts. It's an extra run. That's 2 runs. It should have been. It's now a 4-1 game. It should have been a 3-1 game. Wow. And Bill Sharp, 33, pops to second. This is not the start we thought we were going to get. I thought we'd be in the 6th inning by now. But here we are lumbering along in the 3rd. Wayne Garrett, 49, second X. Grich, 1E19 at second. 1E20, excuse me, 1E20 at second. I got the 19 homers and the 20 errors mixed up. Clyde Mayshore, 6'10", short X. Belanger again, 1E14, makes the play. Tony Solita, 1-7's a walk. And Lee Lacy, 2-9 for Lee, single dot. 2 on, 2 outs for Rusty Staub. 1-3, grounds to second. Bottom of the 3rd. It's Al Bunbury, 55, second X. Terry Harmon, a 3E27 second baseman, and that's going to be an error on the E20. Bunbury's an ace stealer, but you got Jerry Grody with a -2 arm. He'll stay there for now. Singleton likes to draw walks. 67, though, is the strikeout. Lee May, 1-7 to strikeout. And Paul Blair, 46, off Seaver, single 1-19. He gets it. I'm almost expecting a 20 on the single 1-19 to make up for the double 1 and triple 1 we had. That's a single. 2 on, 2 outs. For John Edwards, fans give him a rousing applause. 4-6, here we go again. This is scarier. 1-1 fly ball off Seaver. And we roll 7. Whew, that would have been the doozy. These stars, Seaver, Palmer, they rely on those 1-1 fly balls. They're tricks on the card. You say, oh, I roll the column. I get the triple. No, I don't get the triple. Seaver's got 1-1 fly ball, double 1-7 fly ball, 1-9 line out. And Palmer's got a 1-13 line out and a 1-7 line out on his card. Into the 4th. It's Terry Harmon, 4-7. Speak of the devil, 1-13. Line out, 1-20. Oops. John Milner, 1-7 to K. Bud Harrelson, 4-5. There's 1-5 single, base hit. Number 9 hitter Jerry Grody pops to second. All right, bottom of the 4th. It's Belanger, 47, is a strikeout. Brooks Robinson, 54, fly ball to right. Bobby Grich, 2-5, grounds short. Seaver Palmer, who do you take? I'm not going to touch that one, folks. I'm getting out of here. I'm walking away on that. I'm going to open that thing up. Just have some fun with these two wonderful Hall of Fame, Hall of Legends in the Hall of Fame. Top shelf of the room. Take the elevator to see the In the Clouds Hall of Famers. Didn't Tom Seaver run the Hall of Fame, I thought, at one point? Wayne Garrett, 48, is a strikeout. Clyde Mayshore, 312, Lomax. And Tony Saleta, 43, first X. First baseman, Lee Meza, 3E10. It's a single. Runner at first, 2 outs for Lee Lacy. 69, he flies to center. 4-1, bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay. Bottom of the 5th, here we go. It's Bill Sharp. 2-5 popped to first. His hit and run in the first inning led to a run. Al Bunbury, 1-8. 1-8's a base hit for Al. I've been on twice. Ken Singleton. 38 is a walk. Here we go, Baltimore. 2 on, 1 out. And it's Lee May. 4-4 off of Seaver. Now, he doesn't give up homers to righties. Just to lefties this particular year. It's triple 1-3. Single the rest. My goodness. And he rolls a 4. And that's how Seaver kills you, too. All you can get is a single and the power roll. If you're right-handed. A single is all you can do in this case. So it's an RBI single, and it's a 5-1 game. Terribly disappointing start, but still, trying to keep his team into the game is Tom. Paul Blair, the infield's going to come up. 2-8 is center B question mark. You got to run just about anybody. It's Singleton. He's a 14. I'll definitely run. 14, 15, 16. Mayshore and centers is 0. And he scores. The Mets, defensively, they're not the Mets of 69 who had some nice pieces in there. The defense once got much worse, and then it's improved a little bit in the offseason. But they really got some nice on-base percentage on this team now, do the Mets. So they got the pitching, and they got the offense. Defense is not as key. A sac fly. It's 6-1. There's a runner at first and 2 outs. And Johnny Edwards, 1-8, flies to right field. Can the Mets rally against Palmer? This is going to be trying. Rusty Staub. 2-9. Let's take a look at Rusty's card. Rusty Staub in 75 last year with the Mets before they shipped him to the Tigers. He hits .282 with 19 bombs. Oddly enough, he becomes an all-star for the Tigers in 76. Plays in the all-star game in Philadelphia. 2-9. Homer 1-13. It is gone. Le Grand Orange. The Big Orange, 6-2. Mets trying to rally here. Terry Harmon, 5-12. Roller to the mound. John Milner, 57. Strikes out. And Bud Harrelson, 57. Another strikeout. Bottom of the 6th. Belanger, 58 is a K. Brooks Robinson, 5'10". Catcher's card. Your catcher, Grody's a 2-6. And he fouls out. And with 2 outs. Bobby Grich, 4-4. There it is again. Triple 1-3 single. And all you can get's a single on that. B. Steeler, he'll stay there still. Bill Sharp, 57 is a strikeout. We go to 7, but the Mets got within a grand slam. That's all they ask. But time is running short. Only got 3 more cracks at this. It's Jerry Grody leading off. 2-6 pops out. Wayne Garrett, 2-6 is a pop out. Mets aren't rolling the cards either, besides Palmer being excellent. Clyde Mayshore, 33, a fly ball to center field. Yep, Palmer's been a little bit sharper than Seaver. Both, and the Orioles have gotten more breaks than the Mets, who just got really that one break. So it's a 6-2 game. Stretch time in Baltimore in the bottom of the 7th. We are enjoying this wonderful Safety in Numbers LP by a Baltimore band called Crack the Sky. Not Baltimore, really. Played in Baltimore on their radio. They're from the East Coast, but got played in Maryland quite frequently. And Nuclear Apathy, Long Nights, Lighten Up McGraw. The Great Safety in Numbers LP by Crack the Sky. All right. Back to the game. 6-2 Orioles, bottom of the 7th. You know, 6 runs seems like a lot, but it's Severs and Palmer, they're both starter 9s. So I'm not going to shorten their outings by a couple of fluke plays in this. Al Bunbury, 46. There's that 1-1 fly ball. It's a fly ball. Ken Singleton, 33. First. I'll give you this. Seaver is so good that he has kept this game close because they've been clocking his column. This could be like 10-1 on most mediocre pitchers. But when you take those 1-1-3 singles and the 1-1 fly ball and so forth. Lee May, 410, center X, and the bad defense the Mets suddenly have. That's a double off the center fielder. Oh, where have you gone, Tommy A.G. and Cleon Jones? That's the big missing parts of the old Mets team that's gone. Paul Blair, 210, is a fly ball to left. 6-2 in the 8th. Can Baltimore improve the defense? Not really, it's all in there. Oh, actually they can. They're going to put Dick Sharon, another free agent, 2 defensive player. We're going to stick him in the outfield for Singleton. Actually, we'll get Bunbury out of there. And now Baltimore boasts 2, 1, and 2 in the outfield, joined by the 3 1s in the infield and Lee May. Wow, that's some outstanding defense for a contender against another contender in the National League, the Mets. Top of the 8th, 6-2 game. Now they're going to have to rely on their offense to get some walks mixed in with some hits. The Mets are an on-base machine. Garrett plus, Mayshore, Soleta, Lacey with hits, not so much walks. Stahl with walks. Harmon with as a mix. Milner with walks. They all have a huge on-base percentage. You need to get some walks tossed in there with a big hit and make this a game in the 8th. It's Tony Soleta. 69 off Palmer. Flies to center. Palmer's not having anything about that. Lee Lacey. 3-6. Let's take a look at a card. So here is the Lee Lacey card. They got him off of the Dodgers. Dodgers resigned to the fact that there's no spot for him on their team. Their outfield was full of Willies and Billy Buckners and so forth. Infield, of course, is the same infield they had for like a decade. So Lacey looked for work and he found it with the Mets. And he said, we'll plug you in a little bit in the infield, a little bit in the outfield, hopefully a DH if we can fit you. Today, 3-6. Is Homer 1-12, double the rest, and that is gone on a 6. 6-3 game. Mets do not go quietly here. It's Rusty Stahl. 2-4 rolls a short. And Terry Harmon, 56 off Palmer is a strikeout. Defiant Palmer. Shakes off the homer. Still just pulls him within 3. Bottom of the 8th. It's Johnny Edwards, the star of the day. 38, pops the first. It's funny, but Baltimore, in this replay, has gotten not just Lee May off of Houston, they've gotten Lee May and John Edwards off of Houston. Mark Belanger, 63. Pitcher X, Seaver, E25. Uncharacteristic high E ratings for each pitcher. That's errors on Seaver and Palmer, 27 and 25. But Seaver makes the play. And Brooks Robinson, 1-4, flies to center. Buckle up for the 9th inning, 6-3. Palmer's going for a complete game. Grant Jackson and Dyer Miller warming in the Baltimore bullpen if needed. The defense is in there. You got the bottom of the Met lineup. You'll have to hit the point of weakness of Palmer to get him out of there in this head-to-head matchup with Seaver. Here is John Milner. 38, let's take a look at Milner's card. 73, he had 23 home runs. He had 62 walks. His average is light, 239, and his defense is terrible. But he gets on enough to make him a decent bottom half of the lineup player. And he delivers 1-1-2 base hit. Now you got Bud Harrelson trying to figure out, just get a walk. Just get on with a walk so we have 3 cracks at a tie run. Bud Harrelson. 33, it's a ground ball short B. It's a fielder's choice. Runner at first. Buddy is only a C stealer now. Grody will swing away. 1-8 is a strikeout. Back up top, 2 outs, fans on their feet. The Mets don't look like they're going to get the tie run up unless Wayne Garrett can draw a walk here. Here's your pitch to Wayne Garrett. 64 off of Palmer is catcher's X. This will end the game. He's a 3-5 catcher. And that's your pass ball foul out. That ends the game. A little disappointing game if you're the Mets. You lose 6-3. There were some shoddy defense and some bad breaks on a triple by Gritch here. A homer by Johnny Edwards there. An error by Wayne Garrett there. But, you know, the Orioles did hit their way through in the 5th. A 6-3 final. Jim Palmer beats Tom Seaver. Game 2 goes to Shea Stadium in New York, and another classic. It'll be Mike Cuellar for Baltimore against John Matlack. And if the Mets win that, Game 3 is back in Baltimore. It would be Jerry Koosman for the Mets against Wayne Garland. Oh, boy. So stick around. We'll give you the results of the rest of this series. All right, folks, here's the box score of the game you just saw. The Orioles winning 6-3. Seaver and Palmer didn't have their best stuff. Both pitchers throw complete games. Both give up 9 hits. Difference was some shaky results on errors and unusual dice rolls, low percentage ones. 6 runs, only 4 earned against Seaver. As a matter of fact, the Orioles put 11 men on base, the Mets put 10 men on base. The final was 6-3. So we go to Shea Stadium for Game 2. And that pitcher's low-scoring duel you were hoping for in Game 1, it happens in Game 2. Mike Cuellar for Baltimore. Matlack for the Mets. This one, bottom of the 3rd inning, a 2-out RBI single by Grody. It's 1-0. Matlack is brilliant. Bobby Gritch walks. Ground ball to Bud Harrelson, double play. Lee May walks. Ground ball, double play to Bud Harrelson again. Matlack using his defense. He's got a 4-hitter. Cuellar's putting guys on, but getting out of innings. So it is 1-0 into the 9th, and this is where it gets really interesting. Top of the 9th inning. Belanger walks. He's a tie run in a 1-0 game. Gritch singles to center field. Now, normally I like to go coast to coast with 1 out, but there's nobody out. However, the Mets have Don Hahn in center field. He's great defensively. He's a 2, E4 in center, but he does have a +1 arm. Belanger's 16 runner, so he goes coast to coast with nobody out and makes it. Putting more pressure on the Mets. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Matlack does strike out to Sensei's. But then Brooks Robinson gets a single on his own card. What's interesting about Brooks, he bats 9th versus righties and 3rd versus lefties. That's how big the split is. That single ties the game and takes Matlack out. Runners are still in the corners. Looking for the perfect reliever here. Scarce walks too many guys. I went right to the closer, Apotica. Didn't really matter, because Kenny Singleton was the next batter, and he rolled 3-6 on his card. Home run, would have hit a homer off of anybody. A 3-run homer, the Earl Weaver special. And suddenly, a 1-0 Met lead turns into a 4-1 Oriole lead. In another interesting move, Baltimore pulls Cuellar after 8 and goes to another lefty, Grant Jackson. Lefty after lefty. Seldom done. I like to do it if I'm just convinced that I don't want to get the bench involved. In this particular case, I'd rather go with the Grant Jackson's a lefty who's better getting righties out, and John Milner was already pulled for the lineup for defense. Lee Lacy leads off the 9th with a double. After a couple strikeouts, Grant Jackson walks Clyde Mayshore. A single by Hahn loads the bases. Winning run is Wayne Garrett, but Grant Jackson strikes him out to end the game, and Baltimore wins 4-1. Fun game. Interesting game here. Clutch hit by Brooks Robinson. Big homer by Kenny Singleton. Mets again rallied. They just fell short. Great starting pitching by Matlack and Cuellar. And that'll do it today. The Orioles break up your Baltimore Orioles. They win the Interleague. I guess this is revenge of '69. They beat the Mets 2 straight in the interleague best of 3. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.